Hey guys, today I got this 1945 Sea King outboard. I do not know a whole lot except that it is a two-cylinder and it's from 1945. That was just from a quick Google search online, but this was given to me. I don't know much about it. I did pull it over. It does have compression, so that's good. Let's see what we got here. Fuel tank right here. Ooh, that smells a little rotten. We get a light to shine in there. Let's see. Can't really do both at the same time, I guess. Oh, there, yeah, it's full of sludge and I don't know what that stuff is, but I think it's an aluminum tank. So that gives me hope that it's not going to be rusted out. Let's grab a magnet here. Yep. It's definitely aluminum, as like the rest of it is. Let's get this spun around here. So on the front we have some kind of mixture adjustment, I guess. Prime. And this says lean. And then speed control. Start, fast, slow, stop. There is no shifter on this, so I'm guessing it's just forward speed only. Huh, interesting design. See how it's got that green up here? I don't know what that is. It almost looks like some kind of Bondo, like they tried to patch up the tank or something, or maybe old paint, possibly. I really don't know. Hope it's not Bondo. But anyway, I'm going to start tearing into this and see what we can do. I got to take this recoil off first, it looks like. I know better not to take that one off because that'll probably undo the whole mechanism. There are a few flathead screws I'm going to pull off, and hopefully that comes right off. Let me get you set up here. All right, this is as high as I can get my camera, unfortunately. All right, I'm not even gonna try taking it off with the regular screwdriver. I got this impact driver I'm gonna use. Make sure it's loosening, not tightening. Yeah, that's on there. Yep. Okay, good. What else we got? One in the front. Okay. Now I will grab a regular screwdriver now that those are loosened up. Pull those right out of there. I'm so glad they don't use these anymore. They're not as common as they used to be. Flathead screws suck, in my opinion. Really don't know how they ever got so popular in the first place. You would think they would have come up with something different sooner. So it looks like the front one shorter than the rest. Oh, I like that. All metal. No plastic junk at all. Yeah, see, if you take off this center nut, it's probably gonna pop this whole piece out and springs will go flying and yeah, you don't want that. Alright, how does the rest of this come off? This feels almost loose. Looks like here and here are more flathead screws. Oh, that one's loose. Okay, so was that one. That is very helpful. Come on. Getting a little stuck on something. Whoa. Okay, that comes off. I guess the screws don't come all the way out. And then this side. I didn't see any screws on that side. Oh, duh, there they are. These are also loose. So I guess these screws, yeah, they don't come all the way out. They're meant not to fall off. So it's stuck on this thing. Okay. Very cool. Looks like, yeah, this is how you know you're working in the real old stuff. Copper fuel lines. This is a shut off from the tank, it looks like. It is seized. Man. Yeah, that's not coming loose anytime soon. I don't know if I want to disassemble that because I'm sure there's some kind of seals in there that I won't be able to get. So what I might do, it's gonna have to come off anyway, I guess. What I'll do is actually I'm gonna disconnect the line going to the carburetor, and then take the tank off because I'm gonna have to clean that out anyway. I have to soak it and I guess something, I guess. But interesting design. This carburetor looks like a familiar design. I don't know why. For those of you who don't know, I used to work at a marina, and I worked on some old stuff, but nothing like this old. So it's very interesting to see how it's designed. So there's no cylinder head. That's pretty common on these outboard 2-strokes. It's all piston goes in from that side, the back side, I guess. And yeah, it's interesting that it's also a 2-cylinder. I haven't seen many small ones like this that are a 2-cylinder. I don't know what the horsepower rating is, so if any of you guys do know, let me know. I'd be curious to find out. I'm guessing it's probably 4 or 5 horsepower at best. But oh, these are cool. These little connectors for the spark plugs. You have to be real careful with those. I think that cap just screws off and then you pull the wire off. Cool. I like it. So looks like there are some Phillips or flathead screws holding the tank on the bottom. I'm going to take that off after I crack that line loose. Is that better? Maybe you guys can see better. Anyway. That looks like a 1/2 inch. It is. There we go. I'm going to try my best not to damage this in any way. Just going to gently. I don't know if I want to bend that. I think that's good enough. So what I'm thinking is I might be able to get just this piece into my ultrasonic cleaner and get all the varnish loosened up to where I can pull it straight off of there and clean it up, or might not even have to take it apart, probably just let it loosen itself up and so I can get it working again. But for now I just want to take off the tank and then maybe I'll try running it on some premixed fuel. I'm not sure yet. Can you guys see what I see? Let me zoom in. There, that should be better. Okay, so right here, 2 screws. Hopefully they're not stuck. Okay, that was almost loose. I believe this engine is air cooled. I don't see any water pickups on the bottom, so I don't think engines this small are usually water cooled anyway, but you never know. It looks like I got one here. Now I don't actually have a boat for this to put it on, so I'm just gonna run it on a stand, I guess. So it looks like the screws on the side are not as long. Keep that in mind for when it goes back together. That one was tight. Okay. Whoops, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm gonna have to take the plug wires off real quick. No big deal. I think the oldest motor I've worked on is from the early 50s. Some old Mercury. That was a cool boat. Yep, so I'll show you this. Just a cap that screws onto the spark plug. Ta-da, comes right off. Ooh, I don't want to mix those up. So the top one's got this little thing on it. All right, it's a cool looking tank. I have no idea how I'm gonna clean that, but probably just fill it up with some gas and maybe some nuts and bolts to kind of break all the junk free. I'm sure that's not something you could easily just find on eBay new. But anyway, this is what the carburetor looks like. Kind of an interesting design. I don't know if there's a choke. Let's see what it says here. So prime, okay, it's just showing what's on there. So that way it leans it out. This way is rich and also prime. Oh, okay, so there is no choke. So when you push this all the way, I'm guessing it pushes some kind of primer pump, kind of like an accelerator pump on an old car, something like that. Ooh, what did this do? Uh-oh. So I guess that's supposed to ride on this bracket with the throttle, but there it goes. Kind of gets stuck. Yeah, I don't like that. If you go kind of fast with it, it'll go, but if you go slow, it gets jammed up real hard. So, see, I don't know if you can see that, but right in here, there's this little piece of metal. It's got like a ramp on it. I think that ramp might be kind of worn down. It's got a flat spot on it or something. Yeah, I might have to grind it, smooth it out so that works better. I don't like that. Okay. This just fell off. I think this was a little washer for the fuel tank. Yeah. Okay, this side has that, and these back ones too. Like a vibration dampener or something. I'm just gonna throw these plug wires. Oh, see, I almost got it mixed up. Oh, it doesn't look like it's been run for a while. You can tell by the varnish on the carburetor that it's been sitting. So, looks like another mixture adjustment. I bet that's the high speed. No, then what is this? This has got to be the high speed. This has got to be low speed because you don't normally need to adjust that while you're going, but I guess you would on the high speed. I think I got that right. So, I guess what I will do is on this side is a float bowl. I'm going to pop that cover off and just take a look inside, see what it looks like, and then what I will do is fill it with some premix, and maybe we'll get lucky and it'll run off that. I don't know. Maybe it's been resealed at one point because it's got this red silicone crap on there, and I know that's not factory. I hope not. Anyway. Interesting. I will pop that bowl off and show you what I find. Alright, so I ran into a bit of an issue. I got these two screws off nice and easy, but there's that one in the back you really can't get to. I tried using one of these screwdrivers and I got it broken loose, but I'm not really going to be able to get to it. And I realized another thing. I think this plunger is supposed to go up pretty freely, and it's not. So, I mean, it's just, everything's gummed up here. So, my original plan of just putting a little bit of fuel in there and seeing if it will run is not going to go as planned here. So what I will do is pull this cover off and then spray some premix in there, spin it over with the drill, and maybe we'll get lucky, see if it pops off. So with the way this was designed, I'm not able to get a socket on top. The recoil pieces are all in the way. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could pull all that off and then do that, but it's got provisions for rope start. So got the rope in there. Gonna put some fuel in it and set the throttle down to I guess slow, medium, I guess. Got some premixed fuel. I did mix it kind of heavy. From what I read online, I think this thing takes like a 16 to 1 mixture, but I think with today's oils, you could probably mix it a little bit leaner than that and be fine. Let's see. And it's just spilling right out. What is going on there? Oh, I guess I just flooded it. Okay. Well, let's see if it pops off. Gotta be careful where I put my hand. Okay, all right. I was not even expecting it to have spark. I thought maybe the points would probably need to be cleaned. Let's do it again. By the way, this rope is from an old, I think 1950s or 60s Mercury outboard, so a little too much rope. Okay, let's try this again. Well, that made me happy. So I might post this into 2 videos or make this one big long video, but there's not much else I can do without getting carburetor parts, because I just know nothing's going to come off without ripping gaskets, and we're going to need parts. There's no doubt about that. So I'm going to look online and see if I can get some parts or not. If not, might have to adapt some other kind of carburetor to this, possibly. I don't know. I really don't know. I'd like to keep the original one, but you never know. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if you guys liked it, what your thoughts are, maybe even what I should do with this. Like I said, I don't have a use for it. I have no boat. So, I don't know, maybe I can use just the power head for something, possibly. I don't know. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.